EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Arizona Cardinals. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Now Murray off play action. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Play fake. Murray. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on second down. Murray toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 9 yards that time. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard, now to the 16. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Murray got his man complete over the middle. It's Conner. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Conner. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cards are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return for Bolden. It's a touchback, and out it comes to the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Play action. Garoppolo. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Brought down by Jalen Thompson. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 23. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells their offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Garoppolo.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams from 13 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Every day, let's do what we do. Every day. Come on with it. I've seen that play a couple of times already. Come on now. They gotta walk that walk, baby. All right, guys, all right. Who's gonna make a play? Let's get something up. Leave it all out here. Leave it all out. Let's go. Let's dominate. Get something together. Let's go.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest, and with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Murray's throw taken in by Pascal. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From just shy of midfield, Murray.
He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 1st and 10 is Connor.
And he's got it to about the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Murray. To Connor on the check down.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Murray now on 1st down. He'll get that one complete to Connor.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Let's go do this thing, baby. Let's rock and roll, baby. Let's roll.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Garoppolo on first down. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Garoppolo now. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Murray now on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken in at the 22. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Open man is Myers. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On play action, now Garoppolo. Looking deep for Adams. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Garoppolo. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Garoppolo again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Raiders have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Let's go do this thing, baby. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Come on, baby. Get low.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the 1st half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the 1st half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Garoppolo. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree. One thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Renfro.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more.
Back to Renfro again, complete.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. That was so well timed. Just a perfect throw on the slant.
Hit him on the move, didn't he? Now he's going against the grain of the defenders coming over to try and stop him. That allowed for that additional yardage downfield.
They go power. This is Johnson, the fullback. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Robert Spillane able to bring him down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game, a really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it, or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Raiders on the move. A couple of big plays in succession.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Rashad Fenton, the one to bring him down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Garoppolo. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
Caught on the slant. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Hey, what we got? Oh, I know how I feel.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Murray a give. This is Connor. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now Murray's got to have this one. And this one is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, They can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback,
and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Raiders have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, and this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Murray now. Screen pass to Connor. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 59 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Once again, it's Jacobs, and they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.